Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Noraem Fateyhah binti Azman. Okay, now I will demonstrate for leg 5, which is effect of different PID value. Okay, so I will go to the procedure 3.1. Alright, okay, so this is the MATLAB for procedure 3.1, which is without PID controller. Okay, so this is the coding that I already generate. Okay, so now I will run this coding, and now this is the result that I get from the coding. So I will bring out the characteristic for peak response, rise time, setting time, and then is steady state. Okay, so this is the value for those part, which is for rise time we get 2.59 second, and for setting time we get 4.6 second, and the final value is 0.5. Okay, so now we'll go to the next part, which is with PID controller. So for this part, when KP is increased while K1 and KD is constant. So this is for with PID controller. Okay, so I will run this coding. Alright, so this is the result that we get. So as usual, I will bring out the characteristic for peak response, rise time, setting time, and then steady state. So here is the value that we will get after we run it. Sorry. And now for the value for system PID2, 0.842 second, and for system PID1 we got 1.08 second, and for rise time we got for PID1 we got 0.595 second, and rise time for PID2 we got 0.419 second. So for setting time we get 4.6 and 2.59, and for PID1 and PID2 setting time, PID1 we get 13.4 second, and for PID2 we get 15.2 second. So the final value for PID2 is 1, and the final value, the next part is 0.5. Okay, so that is for with PID controller for part 1. Okay, now for next part, which is when KI is increased while KP and KD is constant. Okay, so next I will run for the next part. Okay, so run. So this is the value when while transfer function when KI increase while KP and KD is constant. Okay, so as usual, we bring out the characteristic for peak response, rise time, setting time, also steady state. Alright, so this is the value that we will get. Right. So as we can see here, this is all those value that we get after we bring out those part. Okay, so now I will move to the next part. Okay, for next part, there are when KD is increased while KP and KI is constant. Okay, so for next part, I'll run it. So this is the result for response to a transfer function when KD increase while KP and KD is constant. Sorry. KD increase while KP and KI is constant. So this is my leg. When of my mistake, I did a mistake in writing the KD Alright, so it's okay. So this is the result that we will get for this part. So as usual, pick response, rise time, setting time, steady state. So this is the result for this part. Alright, so now I will move to the next part, which is table task 4.1. Okay, so for this part I will run. Okay, so this is without PID controller. So I run this, and this is the result that we will get. So this is a response to a transfer function without PID controller. So as usual, I'll bring out all those things, rest time, setting time, and steady state. Alright, so this is the result as shown here. So for rest time we get 0.833 second, and setting time we get 1.49 second, and for find value we get 0.0476. Alright, so then I will go to the next part, which is task 4 with PID controller for P. Okay, so this is the next part, transfer function P controller. Alright, so I will run this part also. Alright, so this is the result, which is response to a transfer function when KP is 300, KI and KD is 0. Okay, so pick response, rise time, setting time, and steady state. So this is the result that I get. Alright, so now I will move to the next part, which is let me see. The next part is transfer function PI controller. Okay, so for this part I will run this. Okay, so this is a response to a transfer function when KP is 300 and KI and KI is 0 and KI is 10 and KD is 0. So I bring this part. Alright, this is the value as shown here that I get. Alright, so next I will move to the next part also, which is task 4 with PID controller for PD. Okay, so for this part is transfer function PD controller. Okay, so now I will run this. So okay, now so for the task 4, which is for with PID controller for PD, so I will run this. Okay, so this is the result for response to transfer function when KP is 350, KI is 0 and KD is 50. So as usual, I will bring out the response, rise time, not the transient time, setting time and steady state. Alright, so this is all those value that I will get. Alright, so now I will move to the last part for task 4. So this is with PID control for PID. Alright, so for task part, last part, which is transfer function PID controller. Okay, now I will run this part. I will run. Okay, so this is the result that we get for response to a transfer function when KP is 350, KI is 300 and KD is 50. So as usual, I'll bring out the characteristic for pick response, rise time, setting time, and steady state. Okay, so this is the value. I click on to show to pop up the value. So for rice time we get for PID1 we get 0.0548, and for setting time we get 0.831, and also for rice time we get 0.833 second, and the final value is 1. Okay, so that's all from me.